Okay, today we're going to look at how to write your first C program, and it's called Hello World. So let's take you through the steps right here with Visual C++ 2010. Let's first open up Visual C++. Alright, once Visual C++ is open, you could go ahead and click on New Project. And we're going to do Visual C++, and we're going to do a Win32 console application. And let's go ahead and call this Hello World project. Once you go ahead and create your Hello World project, you could go ahead and your application wizard would show up, Win32 application wizard. After you go ahead and click on next, and you want to pick console application. You want to deselect the pre-compiled header, and you want to check off the empty project. Click on finish. Okay, so now you should have a solution called Hello World Project and a project called Hello World Project. And what you're going to do under source right here, you're going to right click on source, add new item. We're going to pick a C++ file. Now remember, we're going to be doing a C, but the Visual C++ 2010 also well, actually primarily does C++, but it also runs C files as well. So we're going to go ahead and change this, and this is very important. Go ahead and change this down here where the name is to write hello world.c. Remember the .c extension here, because we don't want to make a C++ file, we want to make a C file. Click add. And now you should have a hello world.c file under source files, and we should have an empty project here, nothing here. So the first thing we're going to do is we have to include the libraries used in C to create your first program. And there are two libraries that you have to do. And the first library is pound include standard io.h. And you notice that the colors are changed. Now it should be blue right here, pound include, and a red right here, or maroon color, whatever you want to call it, over here in the brackets, or gators as I call it, when you enter it correctly. Also the help pops up as you're typing along as well, so that should help you too. So let's do the other one, which is pound include standard lib. So stdl, you notice that standard lib popped up there in the help as I was typing, so I could go ahead and click enter, or double click it with my mouse, or hit enter, and then close that bracket off there. You notice that, let's go back here for a second. You notice when I didn't close it, there's a red squiggly line here. That indicates as an error, and if you hover over it, it'll tell you what the error is. Sometimes it's helpful, sometimes it's not, depending on your knowledge of how much you know C and how much you're aware of what the jargon is inside of the IDE you're using. So right now the error is pretty simple. We didn't close this bracket off, so let's close that off. And now those are the two libraries that we needed to include in this C program. The next thing we will need is something called a main, and the main is what's called to run your program in every C program. The first function that is called is main. Okay, so main, open parentheses, close parenthesis. We'll talk more about what goes in parentheses later on, but for your first C program, we're just going to be typing main with an empty parentheses and an open curly brace and a closed curly brace. This is called the body of main, and your code is going to go inside of the body of main. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is show you how to output to the screen, as you saw in Dr. Colin Archibald's videos. So it's print f followed by a quotation mark, and whatever you want to output to the screen, the string that you want to print out to the screen is inside of the quotation marks, which in our places could be hello, intro to programming concepts, close parenthesis, close quotation, I'm sorry, and then close parenthesis followed by a semicolon. Now, what this will do is print a line to the console that says hello, intro to programming concepts. Now, right after this, if we would do another print statement that followed this, it would print on the same line because we don't have the new line character in here. It just doesn't know to do that. So right now we have to put in an escape character with a backslash followed by an N. And when you do that, this will tell the computer that you want a new line after you print this line. Okay. There's other escape characters we'll be going into, but this is the first one you should learn. Backslash N will give you a new line. And then to end your program, you should use something called system pause. And what this will do is allow the console window to remain on the screen once the program is finished, so we can take a look at what's going on. Without that, the console window will pop up, run the program, and then close it. So sometimes that can be so fast that you wouldn't even be able to see what was on the screen in the first place. So with the system pause, this will have the console window remain open so we can take a look at it, and then allow us to close it with press any key as we could demonstrate to look at. Now there's two ways you could run this program. One, you could click the green arrow and it'll build and compile and run this program. You could also go ahead and build the solution here and then run it under the debug menu. I suggest you go ahead and use the shortcut of using the green button. It'll be faster to get your program running. It also lets you know the help of F5. You could hit F5 right there and it will start your program as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Would you like to build it? Yes, I will. And down here in your output console, it's going to build the program. And look, there we go. And the console pops up. It says hello, intro to programming concepts, followed by a new line, which it says press any key to continue. It remains open because of the system pause, and everything looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and press any key to continue, which it'll close the window. Now let's go ahead and take out that new line character just to demonstrate what I was talking about, and go ahead and run it again. And you notice that it's on the same line. Press any key to continue is on the same line because we didn't put that new line character in there. Okay, so hopefully this was a good summary video of Dr. A's video 1. This is more of a shortcut so you can take a look at it and get a quick reference to what he was talking about in his video. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.